Characters such as Venom from Spider-Man, the Red Hulk from The Incredible Hulk, or Bizarro from Superman, just to name a few, are not only great villains because of their actions and motivations, but because, in a literary sense, they are perfect foils for their respective heroes. Their characteristics, traits, contrast the protagonist in such a way that it highlights what makes the hero so great to begin with. In many ways they are similar, yet the complete opposite. One of the best examples, and the villain I want to talk about today, is Black Adam, the archenemy of Captain Marvel, Shazam. Black Adam debuted in the Marvel Family #1 from December of 1945, in what would be his only appearance in comics, at least until the Captain Marvel character was revived by DC in the 1970s, following the legal fiasco with the creators of Shazam, Fawcett Comics. If you want more info on that, check out my breakdown of Captain Marvel, Shazam. It's all in there. Anyways, for a character that has become such a prominent fixture in DC Comics, considered to be one of their best villains depending on who you ask, I find it fascinating that he was a one-off villain during the Golden Age. It just goes to show you, any character, regardless of how big or how small, can come back in a big way. Don't be so quick to judge. Teth Adam was born during the days of ancient Egypt, and was the son of then Pharaoh Ramses II. He impressed the wizard Shazam, who was one of the pharaoh's high priests at the time, with his acts of fairness and decency. Because of this, the wizard would transform him into a godlike superhero, and Teth would become known as Mighty Adam, the champion of Egypt, for hundreds of years. He would fall in love with a mysterious woman, in reality Shazam's evil daughter Blaze, and is convinced by her that he should kill his father, the reigning pharaoh, so that he and Blaze can rule Egypt in his place. Seeing that Teth was now corrupt with his power, Shazam returns and takes it back from him, placing it within a mystical scarab necklace. Adam's body also withers away, and he is placed within a sarcophagus for all eternity. Thousands of years later, at the tomb of Ramses II, an archaeological aide by the name of Theo Adam, along with Billy Batson's parents, also archaeologists, discover the sarcophagus of Teth Adam during an expedition funded by the Savannah Foundation. Theo would go berserk, stealing the scarab necklace and murdering the Batsons. He would take it to his employer, Thaddeus Savannah, who was a Lex Luthor-esque business tycoon at that point in time, but after an encounter with Shazam, seeing his similarity with C.C. Batson, the man he had just killed, Theo would come to realize he is the reincarnation of Teth Adam, the original inheritor of the Shazam power. He speaks the wizard's name and becomes the new Black Adam. Captain Marvel would meet him face to face, and the two would have a lengthy battle, culminating at a recreated tomb of Ramses II, which was built by Savannah's company for the Fawcett City World's Fair. Captain Marvel would tear the necklace from Adam's body, which takes away his powers. Flying him up into the sky, the wizard Shazam wipes Theo's memory, and then takes away his voice. Unfortunately, these preventative measures wouldn't last long, as the demonic Blaze would return to give her former lover his memories and voice back. At the end of the Power of Shazam series during the 1990s, Black Adam is depicted as more of an anti-hero. It leans into the notion that Black Adam himself is not evil. He is just vulnerable to the influence of Blaze and the murderous tendencies of Theo Adam. Problem is, he is not fully in control of himself and as a result is mentally unstable. A more violent and ruthless Black Adam was introduced in DC's 52 as the heroic protector of the fictional nation of Kahndaq, willing to do whatever it takes to protect his people. He forms an international metahuman alliance of superpowered beings to fight the metahuman supremacy of the United States. The series also introduced Adriana Tomaz, an Egyptian refugee and slave who becomes Adam's love interest, the superheroine Isis, and helps show him how to use his powers to protect Kahndaq in a more peaceful way. 52 also introduced Amon Tomaz, Adriana's younger brother, who would become Osiris after his sister and her husband saved him following a ritual beating. Isis heals him, and then Black Adam gives him some of his power, turning him into yet another godlike superhero. In the New 52, DC's 2011 reboot of their universe, Black Adam was a slave from Kahndaq who essentially stole power from the wizard Shazam. His nephew Amon was teleported to the Rock of Eternity and chosen to be the next champion. When Amon returned, he shared the power with his dying uncle to save him. Though Amon wanted to free the slaves of Kahndaq from their captors, showing mercy to start a new era for their nation, Adam wanted revenge, wanted to cause pain, and destroy them for not only taking the lives of Amon's parents, but also his own wife and children. Amon wanted to work with his uncle to save the people of Kahndaq, but when he goes to transform into the champion, Adam interferes, killing his nephew and becoming the sole possessor of the power. Wanting even more power so he can free the entire world from those that enslave it, Black Adam demands that Billy Batson give him his power as well, or Billy's foster family would die. It was an idea that Warner Brothers would use for the Shazam film, though Black Adam was switched out for Dr. Savannah. It also ends with Black Adam being defeated when Shazam shares his power with his family instead, turning them into superheroes. While Shazam gets his powers from various mythological figures from ancient Greece and Rome predominantly, Black Adam receives his from ancient Egyptian ones. He possesses the stamina of Shu, the swiftness of Horus, the strength of Amun, the wisdom of Thoth, the power of Aten, and the courage of Mehen. When Captain Marvel and Black Adam fight, it's like an epic grudge match, a massive 6-on-6 battle royale. The winner gets a title shot at the next WrestleMania to become champion of the world. Black Adam is an effective foil for Captain Marvel because he is the physical embodiment of what not to do with the power bestowed upon them by the wizard Shazam. In most incarnations, Adam uses the power for evil, fueled by greed or vengeance in some way. Even when he does perform heroic acts, he is easily corruptible by outside forces. This is not the type of champion the Earth needs. It's important to keep in mind, though, that the powers of Shazam are only effective when the possessor of them remains focused. A balance must be maintained with them, or hate and anger will take hold. I will say that I do enjoy Black Adam's newer versions that depict him as more of an anti-hero. He has good intentions. All he wants to do is protect his country, maybe even the world. So a few people die in the process. That's not so bad, right? Okay, maybe that's wrong, but cut the man a bit of slack, he's trying. Well, sort of. I'm pumped to see what they do with this character in the DC Extended Universe. I feel like we've been waiting for the Black Adam film forever. This has been NerdGasm. Let me know what you think of Black Adam in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video and found it insightful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share it to anyone you can. It helps me out a lot. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.